Good afternoon and welcome to Aspect TV. Sorry for um, late interruption, and we today we'll be discussing on state of the nation and important issues regarding not just Nigerian African community at large. With me in the studio is CB Clifford. CB Clifford, how are you doing, sir?
Thank you.
So welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Do not forget to follow us. Do not forget to follow us on our social media handle on Aspheric News on Instagram, Aspheric News on Twitter, official Aspheric News on Facebook, and also do not forget to contact us on our regular number, which all of you know quite well, on 080 9999 8117. And I repeat, 08099998117. 8117, please. Today we'll be discussing one interesting story regarding our Nigerian economy, not just Nigerian economy, in the Western African economy. But if you looked at what is happening globally, you know there's some kind of financial crisis all over the world,
and inflation and all that.
Economic inflation, food inflations, given gas and all of that. Some countries are having serious issues with their gas and all of that. What you really have to say? What have been your opinion? What have been your observation as a journalist?
From a global perspective, it is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. This price hike or inflation is a global thing, and I think it was largely influenced by COVID-19. COVID-19 plunged a lot of people into poverty because a lot of people lost their jobs, their businesses collapsed, and as a result, poverty increased not only in Nigeria but in the world at large. A few months ago, I was in Ghana, and the price hike was also the same, and I think it's a problem for us here in Africa.
So let's look at one of the trading story today that almost every paper has carried. They said Africa needs 424 billion to recover from pandemic disaster.
That's from the African Development Bank.
Yes, African Development Bank. That's analysis that just meant the whole of African Development Bank need that's a huge amount to recover from the pandemic disaster.
Well,
because you don't forget that during the pandemic we were not farming.
Yes.
There was lockdown. Business were actually not moving. And then people were not actually accessing their product as well. Most of the time, because there was lockdown, there was indoor and all of that. So what you really have to say about that?
I think what really happened at this period, I think most of these countries went into debt, went into borrowing, and instead of looking for other means to service the economy, they decided to go into borrowing. I think I followed up the news what the president of the African Development Bank said. He said most of these countries have been indebted and they need an extra aid to pull out of this situation.
Is it an advantage because most countries also have already been indebted before now?
Well, you know, the African system or the African countries, they have always been dependent. Basically, that is one of our problems. We are not a productive nation. We sorry to say, we're not a productive nation. We depend solely on the help of external forces. Like what the president of the African Development Bank said, most of these African countries have been largely indebted, and so they need extra aid to come out of this situation. I don't think it's an advantage to African nation at all.
Okay, let's push a little bit. So looking at the politicking going around the country, we're having Muslim tickets, and a lot of agitations within Nigerians and non-Nigerians, and also the amount from Nigerians are actually not right for same-faith tickets.
Yes.
Like Western world.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So what's the perspective? What do you see in Nigeria in 2023?
Personally, it's not a good one, my own personal opinion, because Nigeria is a largely religiously pluralized nation. We are divided along ethnic and religious lines, and it is an insensitive choice for a political party to look at this situation of our country right now, the agitations in the west and the east and in the south, and also in the north, and they still filled a Muslim ticket. It means that they are not sensitive about the plight of ordinary Nigerians. I'm sorry to say, a political party that is only interested in winning an election without caring about the consequences of their ticket is not the political party that cares about Nigerians. That's my own opinion. I'm not talking about the competency of these candidates. Yes, both of them might be competent, you understand, from their previous offices they held. The candidates of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, their presidential candidate and their vice presidential candidate are people who have demonstrated some level of excellence in their previous offices they occupied. But the issue is that Nigeria as a nation is not ready for a same faith ticket. The Christians will feel marginalized. You know, already we have a Christian vice president, and we still see some of these religious tensions in some parts of the country. What happens when it's a Muslim president and also a Muslim vice president? It does not really tell well for the country's unity.
So,
Basically,
do you really think that because a lot of people said, we have to overgrow this, you have to overgrow it because it's been a burden. So let's do different faiths or different faiths can govern Nigeria. And most Christians are saying, no, this is actually not right because unlike what you said, and some opinions said, this is actually not right because we are not ripe for Muslim same faith tickets at this point, you know. So, but I heard a comment from a bishop in Borno or something. I can't really recall. I can't really recall the name. That said that the candidacy, like what is the candidacy of the personality involved,
yeah.
they are okay and they're accurate and they have sense of human and a sense of belonging. And but the question to Nigeria asks, apart from the candidacy, what of others? Would also emulate or also exhibit that same character in the various positions they will have.
Well, like I said before, Nigeria as a nation is not yet ripe to practice this kind of democracy. If the characters in question are competent, what about the Nigerian masses? What about people who will bank on the fact that we have a Muslim president or have a Muslim vice president and take certain decisions against the other faiths, the Christians and the traditionalists? Mind you, you cannot use a white solution for a black problem. There are nations all over the world who can practice same faith tickets without issues. But in Nigeria, we are not ready for that. We really are not ready for that. If we want to evolve from this religious politics, we have to start from the lower sectors. We have to start removing some religious options in our polity. Because I remember before Buhari emerged as president, we looked at this issue and said, no, Buhari cannot run on a Muslim ticket. And that's why Osibanjo was brought into the table. What changed in 2023? You see, so we should talk about these issues because it affects our national unity and progress. That's my opinion.
All right, so let's talk about the candidacy of P2B.
Okay.
And most of the youth are clamoring that, P2B is the right candidacy. And looking at his track record as governor, but I didn't know see that too much. But all of a sudden, he's beginning to trend, and Nigeria is beginning to agitate that P2B should be the next president of Nigeria. So how come nobody remember Atiku?
Well, I think Nigerian youth,
because it looked like the battle is between APC and Labour Party. Yes, how are they jumping at PDP?
The issue is that why I feel Atiku is not really in the picture is because I believe in power rotation. You understand? There has been a northern president. Power ordinarily have to shift to the south. That is why I feel Atiku is not in the equation right now, because Buhari is a northerner and Atiku is a northerner. It does not make any sense for power to shift from Buhari to Atiku, who is also a northerner. And for Peter Obi has become a national movement. You understand? I have never seen Nigerian youth so interested in our politics as they are interested in the 2023 election.
And that's a problem.
Yes, it's a problem because the youth have the large numbers of voters. You see, some of them are even using their personal resources to campaign for Peter Obi. If you get into the streets, the marketplaces, the churches, most pastors are actually declaring support for Peter Obi. It's a situation that we cannot really predict who will emerge winner in the 2023 election because it's very open as it is right now. Peter Obi can clinch the presidential seat.
It will be difficult.
It will be difficult, but if every supporter of Peter Obi on social media move to their various polling units to vote, the election will not be predicted. Because, like I said before, the youths have a larger number of voters in Nigeria. So it could be a favor for him if the youths decide to not only agitate on the social media, to come out and vote in their numbers for Peter Obi.
So let's look at upcoming election on Saturday.
Okay, Osun State election.
Yes.
Well, for me, I really do not have much to say about the election.
Don't forget that last election, on the election, there was EFCC was out there to arrest election violence.
Is it under Ekiti?
Ekiti, sorry, okay, yeah. Ekiti. The EFCC was arresting those who were buying
votes.
Yes, arrested some of them, and some political parties cry out and said, "Oh, they're arresting our people. They're arresting APC." Meanwhile, some say APC was also buying. These are buying. So and if you looked at the announcement, it looked as if it's more transparent, because it was counting, more transparent. So what do you hope to see in
what happened
on Saturday?
What happened in the election in Ekiti State? Like I said, I think votes will count in 2023 because it was.
I think it's a true sign. Yeah.
Yes, it's a sign that votes will count in 2023 because they were not able to manipulate this result. That is why they resulted into vote buying at the polling units. So I think that is what is going to play out in Osun State. But my advice to the political candidate is that they should do more of mobilization, because politics is a game of numbers. If you mobilize more, you win. And I also support the EFCC to be on ground to stop vote buying, so that we can send a positive message with these two elections that are conducted in 2022 against the general election for next year. Because it's all about numbers. So Osun election, I think the best to win for me. I do not have a particular candidate
you were supporting.
Yes. I don't know how.
But it must belong to a particular party. But anyway, let me allow that. There's so much defection everywhere. People are jumping up from one party to another. Some are resigning, so I'm not interested again. This is going on and all of that. So much drama in the country, and some are catching cruise with it, and some also wondering what actually is going on.
Yes.
Some are mourning and all of that. Some are failing. Some are moving forward. So what is going on?
I think that has been a trend in our political system, basically, jumping ships. Atiku was a founding member of the APC. He left to the PDP. There are so many other persons who left from the APC to the PDP and from the PDP to the APC. So I think it's a norm. They are political businessmen. If it doesn't favor you and you see that your interest is not protected in this party, they move over to the next party. And this is what I see, that people play politics without ideology. This is my own opinion. Because if you play an ideological politics, you cannot approbate and reprobate at the same time. Some of them have said so many bad things about the parties they are going into now, but they don't care. Some person can lambast APC today and the next minute he's back into the APC. So I think it's not healthy for us.
No, because party is free. You can join it at any time.
Yeah, it's free, but sometimes we need to play politics with ideology. If you look at what happened, the politics in America, the Democrats hardly jump ship into the Republican Party. It's like a systemic thing. If you're a Democrat, you believe in their policies and stay as a Democrat, whether you win or you lose. We do not hear this news of defections in the Western world. The people we tend to copy. You understand? So it's a bad trend, if you ask me. It's really a bad trend.
All right, that is the end of it for today. Set of the Nation. And I want to especially thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Don't worry, we'll be seeing you on TV. On single time, we'll still be around. I want to say a big thank you to all our viewers out there who have been following us, supporting us, the subscribers and all. I also want to appeal to you, to everyone, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do not forget that. Please, when you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, please try to click on that notification button. It's just there, right in front of you. Click on the notification button. That will give you an update anytime we are live or we are having content for you. On our Twitter channel, please do not forget to follow us on Aspheric News. On our Facebook channel, official Aspheric News, do not forget to follow us. On our Instagram, do not forget to follow us on Aspheric News. Please, I want to say a big thank you to all our viewers and also that will be supporting us. Do not forget to call us on our numbers. If you are calling outside in Nigeria, please do not forget to add +2348099998117, and I repeat +2348099998117. Please do not forget to follow us or read our news, daily breaking news. Please do not forget to read our breaking news at www.aspericnews.com. www.aspericnews.com. Thank you. My name remains Israel Dakos, and thank you so much for watching us this afternoon. Thank you and bye for now.